At first glance, a tree looks harmless, silent, lifeless, part of the forest. But sometimes what hides inside or behind it is far from ordinary. From ancient rituals to terrifying creatures caught on camera, these are 15 trees that were anything but normal. These are 15 times when a tree turned out to be something far more terrifying than it seemed. Number 15. In 1943, 4 boys exploring Hagley Woods in Worcestershire, England, stumbled upon a hollow elm tree. What they found inside shocked the entire country. Wedged deep in the trunk was the skeleton of a woman, later known only as Bella. Her hand was missing, and strange symbols were reportedly carved nearby. To this day, no one knows who she was, or why her body was hidden there. The chilling question still haunts the case. Who put Bella in the Wych Elm? Number 14. In a small town in Mexico, locals whisper about a lonely tree where something strange is often seen. At night, drivers passing by have reported a glowing female figure standing beneath its branches. Witnesses describe her as the classic lady in white, her long dress blending with the mist, her face pale and sorrowful. Some believe she is the spirit of a woman who died tragically near the site. Others warn that anyone who stops to look too closely never sleeps peacefully again. Number 13. In the fall of 2021, an elderly woman in Manchester took her dog for an evening walk. The animal grew restless, refusing to move near a cluster of trees. Moments later, she heard a low hiss above her. Perched in the branches was a dark, terrifying figure with glowing, pupil-less eyes. She managed to snap a photo before it leapt away, vanishing tree to tree. Deep claw marks were later found on the bark. Investigators called it a witch-like cryptid, but its true nature remains unknown. Number 12. At a campsite in Edenbridge, Kent, a woman left her tent at 3 a.m. after hearing strange noises. With only her camera flash, she began taking random pictures of the darkness. In one image, a humanoid figure with glowing eyes stared back from the fork of a large tree. Locals insist it was a cryptid lurking in the woods, watching her every move. Skeptics claim it's just a trick of light, but the eerie shape of the creature makes this photo hard to dismiss. Number 11. In a Canadian forest, hikers stumbled upon a tree that seemed to be watching them. At first, it looked like an ordinary trunk, but when they looked closer, they froze. The natural lines of the bark formed the face and figure of a woman, so realistic that many refused to pass near it. Locals began calling it the Lady of the Tree. While some saw it as an eerie optical illusion, others believed it was a spirit trapped in wood, silently waiting to be freed. Number 10. Deep in the jungles of Yucatan, archaeologists uncovered a tree unlike any other. At its base were strange carvings and fragments of human bones. Local legends speak of a sacrificial tree used by the Maya, where victims were bound and offered to the gods. The roots, twisted and stained, seem to have absorbed the remains of those rituals. Whether it was truly a place of sacrifice or just folklore, the site still carries an oppressive energy that explorers say feels impossible to ignore. Number 9. In a remote Romanian forest, workers cutting through an old tree trunk made a chilling discovery. Hidden deep inside were skeletal remains dressed in tattered fabric. Locals whispered it was the body of a witch, sealed within the woods centuries ago to trap her spirit. Some claimed the bark had grown around her, as if the tree itself wanted to keep her imprisoned. Whether witchcraft or grim punishment, the story left the village convinced that this forest will never be free of her presence. Number 8. In the depths of the Amazon, tribes speak of a tree that bleeds like a living creature. When cut, Its sap runs red, thick, dark, and disturbingly similar to human blood. Hunters claim they've seen the bleeding tree cry out during the night, as if alive. Scientists explain it as a natural resin, but locals insist it carries the spirits of those sacrificed to the jungle. To them, the tree is cursed, and anyone who wounds it risks becoming part of its roots forever. Number 7. In Mato Grosso do Sul, Brazil, road workers cutting trees stumbled upon something that froze them in place. On the freshly cut trunk, a figure began to appear. It looked unmistakably like Jesus Christ in a robe, his form etched perfectly in the wood. Some saw it as a miracle, a divine sign meant to warn or bless. Others dismissed it as coincidence, but the image was so vivid that locals began treating the fallen tree as a sacred relic. Number 6. In Magangué, Colombia, neighbors gathered around a massive ceiba tree after something extraordinary appeared in its trunk. Locals swore they could see the figure of Jesus on the cross etched into the bark. Within hours, dozens arrived with candles, turning the site into a pilgrimage point. Authorities grew concerned as crowds ignored lockdown orders to witness the phenomenon. Skeptics called it pareidolia, just random patterns in the wood. But for the faithful, it was a message too powerful to ignore. Number 5. In the snowy forests of Saskatchewan, a hunter named David Beaver spotted something near a tree that made him stop cold. Next to a gnawed skeleton hanging from the branches, a massive fur-covered figure stood upright. Its dark coat glistened in the cold, its head slowly turning. Some claim the man captured a female Bigfoot with her young clinging to her back. The hunter backed away in fear. Whether hoax or genuine evidence, the chilling footage remains one of Canada's strangest forest encounters. Number 4. A lone hiker exploring a quiet forest stopped to film the landscape. At first, the footage seemed ordinary, just trees and silence. But then, something shifted. Behind one of the trunks, a pale humanoid shape peeked out, motionless as if watching him. The figure's body was distorted, almost blending with the bark. The hiker didn't notice until later, when he reviewed the video. By then, the strange presence had already vanished, leaving only this eerie clip as evidence. End and morph. Number 3. In a field recorded on video, an ordinary-looking tree did something no one expected. Slowly it began to move, dragging its roots across the ground as if alive. The trunk swayed heavily, tearing the soil beneath it. Some viewers insist it's an elaborate hoax, while others compare it to legends of walking trees found in folklore. Whether real or staged, the unsettling image of a tree dragging itself forward has left many wondering just how alive the forest might really be. Number 2. In Oxfordshire, England, stands the Witchwood tree, an ancient oak tied to one of the country's darkest legends. Locals say the spirit of Amy Robsart, the mysterious wife of the Earl of Leicester, who died under suspicious circumstances in 1560, still appears among its branches. Those who claim to see her ghostly figure are said to fall ill or face tragedy soon after. For centuries, villagers have avoided this tree at night, convinced it holds a curse that no one can escape. Number 1. And finally, the most disturbing image of them all. Deep in a frozen forest, a camera captured what looked like a simple hollow tree, but standing before it was something far worse. A pale, wolf-like creature with empty white eyes, its face twisted and unnatural, as if guarding the darkness inside the trunk. No one knows what it is, or what hides within the hollow. One thing is certain, this is no ordinary tree, and whatever appeared that day still haunts the forest.